We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Panthers coming in at 9-5, going up against the Falcons, who come in at 10-4. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58! Let's bring it! Let's go! Let's bring it! Let's bring it!
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
Second down following the run. Jones will come now in motion right. He'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And an athletic hurdle, but taken down pretty quickly after that. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
It's real easy to talk about Thomas Davis coming back from multiple knee injuries, but he wants his play on the field to be the story.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And incomplete here on 3rd down. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy. And that'll bring up 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. Charles Johnson's stock in trade is coming off the edge and getting to the quarterback. He knows how to make some of those subtle moves inside to help in the run game, and he did it right there.
He's an athlete back in high school. Played football, basketball, track, so he's a mobile guy.
Mobile guy, made a nice play against the run.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's brought down after a good gain. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well, and most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
In motion right is Jones. They'll set up to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, Devontae Freeman just gets better and better every time I see him. I remember him coming out of Florida State, could do a little bit of everything. And I love the intensity he played the game with. But catching the ball in the backfield, I think this is the one aspect that he's added that's really upped his game.
And a little under the radar. He caught 63 balls in 2015, second most in the NFC.
Boy, does that make him dependable and trustworthy. Quarterbacks love a guy like that. All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offense guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Sanu, the man in motion left. Back to throw here. It's caught. Jones. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And the wideout in motion. The play clock's running down. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to shake him off. And it's a fumble. And the Panthers have recovered. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Kelvin Benjamin has to be a feature of this offense that's on your screen now.
Definitely a #1 receiver, a huge target with some speed. It's almost like go-go gadget when he goes up to get the football. No matter how you defend him, he can go just a little bit higher.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From his goal line here, Newton. A dump off here to Stewart. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. The starting defense for the Falcons.
When you see Brooks Reed going after the quarterback and you see that hair trailing out from under his helmet, look out.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Tight end left. Tight end left. Hey. You got three. Three down.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So it is 3rd down now, but less than a yard to go. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move. Set. I need you, son. Sponge. No. Come on now. Switch.
Now Newton on 1st down. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
We got three, bro. You go tight. Come on now. Kill.
Newton on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he's got some space here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 11 yards on the pickup, and that leads to an Atlanta first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Flushed out right. He was looking for his tight end, Jacob Tammy, there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Let's go. Move, 58. Move, 3-2.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
3-2.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. The left side completion to Jones. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 2nd down following the run.
Let's go. Move, 58. Move, 58.
In motion goes the tight end. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play. It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Sanu, the man in motion left. Back to throw. And that's caught by Tammy. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2.
Let's go. Move, 58.
Now they send a man in motion right. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 3-time All-Pro, Luke Kuechly, coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. In motion left goes Jones. They'll look to throw here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Carolina getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. To throw on second down is Newton. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's Newton. He's got a man complete. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on third and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
Newton on first down. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jonathan Babineau in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the defense gets to the quarterback. Now the offense backed up on second down. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, nice move. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Now a first down throw for Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll be a Carolina first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. The intended receiver was Corey Brown, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They've
got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 on the gain there. And the Panthers are going to get a first down. Fresh set of downs here.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And on 2nd and 10 now.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Sanu, the man in motion left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And finding the tight end Hooper. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Sanu, the man in motion left. On 2nd down, Freeman. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Back to throw. And he's got Sanu. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll look to throw here. He's got time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Paul Soliai in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. On 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but it was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
He's going to look deep down the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Surveying the field. He's going to take another shot here. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Mike Cyphers now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down Atlanta.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Back to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Charles Johnson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time to his left. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Halfback sent in motion. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 51 yards. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll look to throw. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. And we're back now in Charlotte as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Newton now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And they're going to face a third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. He's going to air one out. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd down, Jonathan Stewart. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Now Newton steps away to his left. He gets it to Brown, complete. 19 yards there on the pickup. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And that was just a good job there of being mobile and creating something.
Being able to extend a play and get people open or buy yourself more time to run with the football, that's a really nice job there.
On 1st and 10, Newton dancing to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
2nd and 10, Newton again. Eluding the pressure right. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. The intended target that time, Brenton Burson. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So it took a while to get something, anything on the scoreboard, but we finally have our first points of the contest.
And now this becomes a question of can they make this stand up? The defense has been impeccable thus far, and now they need to go out and finish strong.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard. Had a drive going, they pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw, and he slings one that's incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And that's caught by Tammy. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Complete over the middle to Hardy. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll give the Falcons a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll drop to throw, escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Falcons are going to get a first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Jones now in motion left. They'll set up to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now he'll look to throw here. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Charles Johnson in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And the return will stop right around the 25. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like that we try to sit on a lead and play that way. That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On first down, Newton. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Forced out to his left. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out here in the eye. Now Stewart on first down. And able to push his way And the Falcons going to use another timeout. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On second down, they run with Stewart. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And on the tackle, Jonathan Babineau. So Carolina eating some clock on the ground there, and part of why they were the NFC champs last year, number 2 as a team in the running game.
They played their identity last year. Offensive line that can move people, the run game. Jonathan Stewart running it. Of course, big Cam Newton could be a short yardage guy. And remember, their head coach, Ron Rivera, a defensive guy. They love to run the football. The days of knowing your assignment, dropping to it, and calling it a day, that's over with. Because now, when you drop into a zone, especially as a defensive back, you're seeing the play in front of you. So if a man wanders into your area...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And some room to maneuver. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the fourth. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brooks Reed in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
So they're operating in the red zone. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He'll look to throw. Steps away, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. That escapes the sack. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. Well, there were times where this felt more like a soccer match, just not a lot of offense. Really good defensive battle, though.
You kept wondering if one of the teams would break out today. Neither one of them really did. One got just enough points to win the game. Excellent defensive football.
So for the Falcons, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.